My screen time, just today, 6 hours.
Like 75% of young Scandinavians, Emil believes he's on his phone too much.
But then again, I know I always have it on. Like, even if I'm doing something else, I either have a podcast or a series playing. It's not like I'm constantly watching it, but then I could be watching some other screen while doing it. But it's definitely too much. It's a distraction from nothing, I guess, like from just letting my thoughts be. I don't leave my phone on accident. It has to be a conscious decision because it is an unconscious decision for me to always have it on me.
Aside from feeling separation anxiety when your phone isn't in your hand, your phone is affecting you in more ways than you might think.
Sleep deprivation is really a thing that we see also over exaggerated use of social media or digital devices.
69% of young Scandinavians report that their phones keep them up later than planned at night. And 83% report that their phone is the first thing they pick up in the morning.
For some reason, the blue light that keeps me awake at night, I need that to wake up in the morning also. Because as soon as I wake up, I just start scrolling a bit. And then after 5 or 10 minutes, I'm like, all right, let's get up. All out through the day, I'll be checking it. If I have a break from in school, then I just start scrolling. If I, for example, go into the kitchen, make some food, and then I'm like, I have 10 seconds before I have to do something else, put something out of the microwave, I just quickly run by, take my phone, grab my headphones. On my commute to school, I usually listen to podcasts and stuff. That's the only time where I don't look at my screen.
But what makes Emil need to keep a screen on all the time? The answer is dopamine, a hormone that regulates our internal reward system. When you do something that makes you feel good, like seeing a new Instagram post, hearing a familiar TikTok sound, or getting a notification, your brain releases a rush of dopamine. You will naturally seek that same good feeling by repeating the behavior that made you feel good. And that's what keeps the screens on.
We get very manipulated by the algorithms, and all the platforms and apps on the phone is something that invites you to release dopamine. Not just young people, but people in general having a really hard time to imagine how to let go. And I see a lot of people with stress symptoms that actually clings even more to their phone because they cannot stand, the emptiness and the void without it. And it's a difficult kind of addiction because we kind of need the phone. You cannot function properly in our society without the smartphone.
The issue is that I also keep connections via, for example, Instagram by sending reels. So therefore, there's also something in my mind that says, all right, the only friendship we really have is just sending stupid memes to each other, but it still means something for me to have that connection with that person. It's kind of a weird double-sided coin because it's both a connection with other people through music and gaming and sending reels, but it's also a deep hole that it's hard getting out of if you're just alone in it. And if someone stole my phone, I would probably buy a new one straight away. But then again, don't steal it, please.
Articles show that excessive use of the internet, whether that be on a phone or computer, can have many harmful effects on a person, both physically and emotionally. Those deemed to have an internet addiction more commonly exhibit significantly higher amounts of depression and anxiety. While the debate exploring whether the computer, phone or internet is the cause or consequence of such mental health issues, studies show that excessive social media use can lead to feelings of depression, anxiety, and other mental health issues. Digital addictions, or addictions to the internet or phones, are not officially recognized. It can, however, be agreed upon that phones and computers can produce the same kind of behaviors as drugs and alcohol. So how do you know when your phone use is an issue?
When the phone controls you more than you control the phone, then you have a problem.
Let's say you use 1 hour a day on your phone from the age of 15 to 75. That's 365 hours a year times 60 years. Then divide this on how many hours there is in a year. 8,760. You'll get 2.5. That's the amount of years you spent on your phone with an average screen time of 1 hour. The global average, however, is 6 hours. That equals to 15 years of your life. So what's your average?